Hi there, and welcome back to Ickham Road. We've got the track plan up at the moment for the station area. Just talk through what what's been going on since the last video. So this is part 2 of the layout plan and working out where the sidings are going to go on the right hand side. So there's 6 sidings on the right hand side that would normally have linked up to the branch line, but now they're obviously the branch line's not going to be completed or not usable. It's going to look very overgrown and derelict, really is probably a good word for it. But sidings will still be in use because it's useful to have that, and you can have various trains sat in there waiting to be moved, which BR did an awful lot in the 80s. Certainly local to where I am, there was always areas that had trains and stuff sat up in the sidings, just seemed to be collecting dust, never seemed to be going anywhere, but I'm sure they were used at various points. But we'll just quickly run through what I've done previously on the layout. So rather than me video it, as I say, it's not exactly very exciting when you're nailing track down. Most people know how to do it, and it's a simple case of I just thought I'd talk through what's been done. So on the left hand side, where the curves are coming into the station, that's all been nailed now, slightly banked to help the trains go around the corners, and then all the station areas been nailed down, point areas been nailed. They still need to be drilled and the point motors to be put in, so they're not permanent. They could easily come out, so that's what we'll be doing. Once I've worked out exactly where everything's going to go, then we'll start taking the points out and putting the motors in. The sidings behind the station, they're all nailed down as well. So they're all tacked is probably a better word for it. So anyway, back to this one, we're going to look at the sidings and a little talk about where the branch line is going to be. Anyway, I'll go back to the videos. Here we are over in the siding area, and we're just going to start laying the track down and a rough idea of where we're going to have it. So we'll just get it all, start laying it out. So we've got the first 3 sidings at the back there, just roughly positioned for the time being. And we're going to come in with, it's not the exact points that we're going to be looking at, but it'll give us an idea of how they're going to lay out. That one there, which will need to be the, right, there we go, so that's going to be a little bit closer to this junction, this so they're going to come down a little bit. Like the same. Come up along there. And then down this end here. Just move along a little bit. That needs to be level with the point over there, so that will run nicely onto there. These will go along here, possibly a slight angle, I think. And those will go there. There'll be another point there, which allows this track here to go in, and the track points going over there like that. And then these points will be linked up, so that means the first siding will have access straight onto the main line, and there'll also be another 2-3 sidings down beside this here, so that'll be one there, and there we go. I've got another bit of track, there we go, and another siding going down down there. So there'll be another point here to join that up and to link to this one here. And then these points here will actually be a steeper radius or curve, because they'll be the ones that head off into the branch line, which is going to be a tunnel just going over into the brickwork there to allow well, what would have been the branch line, which is going to be more derelict now, but some of the track will be there is the idea, but the tunnel will still be there. So that's the plan with this, to get that in on by the next video. It's just to give you an idea of what the plans are. You see the main line has been set up with the track down, and it's starting to go round the curve towards the other side. And then if we carry on down this side here, you'll see that the station's obviously gone, as you can see. I've been working. We've got the trains, and that's all nailed down now temporarily, just to make sure that everything's working okay. So as I was testing it, one thing that I did find is that the track just obviously moves just slightly, and then the trains derail a lot, especially the Javelin, the high-speed train, which is not the best at going around corners of a train, just to give you an idea. I like the idea of of the actual train. It's obviously one of the new trains on the high-speed line, or high-speed one, down from St Pancras all the way down to the southeast, high speed to Faversham and to Ashford, and then it goes on to normal 3-rail lines. So the actual trains have the pickup, the electric pickup on the side of the actual trains, because it doesn't have the overhead wires. The model doesn't actually have that on there, but I'm sure you could probably either find somewhere that's made an attachment for it. But yes, anyway, just digressed a little bit there. So over here, this has all been nailed down as well. The curves have actually been slightly adjusted to make it smoother running for the trains going round, which I'll run in a second just so you can see. But that's obviously got a slightly wider area there to keep clear of the tracks. There's a lot more than it needs to be, but it just it works better with the trains, giving them plenty of space. And it's not perfectly to scale, so it's not too bad. As we come through round into the other area, it's quite dark in there, but the ballasted part and the scenic area that was done before needs to have a bit of a tidy up and clean, and get rid of all the excess stuff. It's been, I say, it was a year that I didn't do any work since doing that, so it needs a little bit of TLC to continue that on. And then we come round to the next section of bringing the track round to the fiddle yard. The outside line is all linked up to the fiddle yard even, but the inside one isn't. But let's go back to a couple of running trains just to see how they're going. The plan, just before we do that, the next plan with the scenic side of things is we're going to have a raised board up here and across there, which is going to finish it off with some scenery. And I'm just working out whether I should put the signal box here, even though in the original plans it was going to be further down here before the branch line. So, but as I've got limited space, I might need to rethink it. And my thought was, with having an angled signal box just here, you can actually see all the way down the track, so you'd be looking straight down the track and be able to see everything that's going on down the line as a signalman. So it would actually be quite a good area to put it. But that's still, I think I'll put it there, see how it looks, see how it fits in with the scenery when I start doing it. But anyway, I'm back to the trains. and back to the trains, and we'll just run a few round.